Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I'm your host, Shadorine, and with me as always is Ark.
Oh,
And Grim's here in spirit. It's actually funny that we say that, because he expressed interest in coming back at some point soon. He's just been busy.
less resistance than we thought.
That's
Which is never a
hilarious.
bad thing.
It's hilarious because I was in the group pose. So when I exited the group pose, I can see the shadow boxing in Mandeville, and they didn't show up. You were just standing there chilling.
Oh, goddamn.
Alright, a Sultana's Resolve. Yeah, Sultanas would have resolve, wouldn't they?
Yeah, you better get balls deep in that MSQ.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll have another thingy coming up pretty soon, by the way they were talking. Or did I have it already? No, it's not part of the story quest, I guess. Where are you up to?
I'm doing Endwalker stuff. I just finished up like the first little chapter bit. Got my Gunbreaker to like 84.
Ooh. Well, you've already
It's pretty
got...
much what I'm doing. Is I'm running around doing everything as Nani, but when I go to hand in everything, I just go back to Gunbreaker to get the experience.
Oh, that's a great idea, actually. I should be doing that.
Because I'm lazy.
That's right, I got all of that leveling gear from pre-ordering this time. Man, I wish that I just played Final Fantasy XIV the whole time and got all of those pre-order bonuses that you can just never ever get now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like the full list.
Man, that would make leveling
I've
every
got
character so easy.
pieces of it. Like I think I got like most. Like I know I'm missing one or two pieces. It does make like, but when I do brain fart, remember to put it all on. It definitely does make that early leveling just a little less painful.
It's Handcock! I forgot about him! And yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, that was shady mofo.
He does look like a drug dealer, hey.
He does. He
This
looks like
guy,
the seediest drug dealer. He is Kugane's top drug dealer.
that guy sells pills for sure.
Everything.
Hey man. I can't even. Alright. Sultana's Resolve. Thanalan, huh? These last few quests are just me talking to a person, teleporting somewhere and talking to a person.
It's the build up, bruh. It begins.
I am kind
That's
of
what I'm
reading what they
doing.
say.
I'm like, that's what I'm just going around, talking to people.
Oh my god, I thought it was Reach for a second.
Oh my god, Reach.
I'm gonna just... Let's see if this shows up in recording. Probably did. Alright, cool. I'll send that to you after the episode, but yeah, it's just a dude standing there, and you know how Reach was like a big, muscly freaking black dude with a giant freaking snowman helmet that was just dancing in freaking Limsa forever? Like, that dude is dead set wearing what he used to wear, I swear. Like, he's got a Hawaiian shirt on that's open in the front. I'm pretty sure Reach was kind of naked.
Either way, probably calling it's not an impersonation, doing like just a imitation. Not even an imitation. Same but different.
Yeah. Man, I miss him. That was just wholesomeness. He is a guy who pays for a subscription to just dance forever in a capital city somewhere. Man, that's dedication. And, like, he was like part of the game. People would just come up and dance next to him all the time.
I know, I certainly did once or twice.
You know, in World of Warcraft, how they sometimes immortalize stuff by making an NPC out of it? I feel like they should have done that with Reach in this. Put him on every server. Put him dancing in Limsa on every server. And then give that man a lifetime free membership on his main.
On the condition that he keeps dancing.
Oh, you won't need to if there's an NPC doing it on every server.
No,
in
he has to do
Limsa.
it like some random location, so people are like, oh, I saw him here. Screenshots or it didn't happen.
This must be important business.
Lolorito. Jeez, for a second, I saw that mustache and I thought it was that little evil shit. Crap,
Oh,
what's his name again?
to Leggy Melody, what's his face?
Yeah, man, that was a real satisfying death. Also, yeah, I changed my gear because I thought I should probably upgrade because of the item level, and now I have, like, way higher stats. I'll probably switch back to my old armor gear. I do really like that Garo set, I believe it was.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they made that a permanent thing, unless it's gone now. I haven't gone and looked back, but I really feel like I didn't grind too hard to get just the whole set. Like, they wanted you to get every set. I don't care about every set, I just wanted the Dark Knight set. So I kind of stopped there. The Ninja set looked cool, and so did the Gunbreaker set, though. So I might one day go back and get those.
But still, I'd like to finish off the Reaper set. That was cool.
Yeah.
Because it was the same as Lancer, and then Lancer's very heavily armored.
It's just a... I don't like PvP in this game. It's too few and far between.
I just don't like PvP in general. I always realize how much I suck.
Oh yeah, but imagine, right? Like, if you could just join a queue, and in 5 minutes you were in, and it was like easy to understand, and you played it, and then you got your thing. But instead, you would sign up, and you'd be waiting for 25 minutes on an active server where everybody else is also waiting, just to get in. And it's just like, why don't you make more groups doing this at once? Obviously, there's a bunch of people waiting to get in. It wasn't worth waiting around for, that's for sure. I struggled real hard. I think I'm missing the sword that goes with this set, and that's the only thing. And then if I grabbed that sword, I'd be able to get a title. But also, I like this sword, so screw it. Teleji? She talked about him to this dude that kind of looks like him. Ah, Nanamo.
And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in
The
all of
wealthiest man
Thanalan?
in all of Thanalan, Lord Lolorito.
Share with us your mercantile wisdom.
You know what's really funny is that this is to... What are they called again, the small people in this? Lullafell. Yeah.
Yes, Lullafell.
Yeah. It's like, because of Teleji, I'm like, look at this shady motherfucker. But it's like Nanamo's over there, and she's one of them as well. It's just he's one of the merchants. That's what it is. The merchants are the scammers.
It's okay to be racist towards the potatoes.
I'm not going to be racist to him. He does have a really sweet mustache, and he does kind of look cool. It's just he also looks like he would knife you. But it's because of his merchant stuff. Like, he's wearing kind of like rogue-looking gear and stuff. He does have really cool hair. I wish I could kind of... Oh my god, his hair kind of reminds me of Hanzo's hair from Neo.
Scalp him. He's a potato. No one will care.
Man, Neo 2 was a good game. But I don't know if ICBF recording that.
Yeah, I've been mucking around, so the first level is kicking my ass. It is reminding me how much I suck.
That's the other thing, is that it's way harder than the first game. And there's so much that's like more of the same. Like, I enjoyed it. I think it's better than Neo 1. And all of the armor and gear and characters and summon spirits or whatever are in it. But it's also like a way longer game, and the first one was pretty long. Like, you've done the multiple difficulties just like I have. You know that better than anyone.
Yeah.
Man, I sure do wish I was listening to what she was saying in that moment. What will you say? A la Gunha, a la Giri, or the Saltery?
Aligiri?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Aligiri as well. That sounds right.
That sounds like a real thing.
Yes, if a stable trade route can be established between Uldar and Alamigo,
You chose right, Ark.
Aligiri would once more
Yeah.
be an important
I was
port of
tempted to click the Saltery just because it sounded funny.
greatly benefit its
That was the point, it sounded too far off.
I also love that now that I don't have this armor and I have this, you know, nice little armor set, I've got this gigantic sword hanging off my back that's bigger than my freaking torso. A la Gunha? Let's get Saltery this time,
Like,
actually.
to wield it, you gotta, like, actually jump up and drive the hand. Swing it overhead.
Yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld.
Lolorito
I
didn't
know
seem to like the
Saltery and
Saltery.
its products well. The
That's a
Imperial
good thing, I
invasion
think.
brought an end to their more widespread distribution.
I like this
Much
face
to
that
the
he's pulling
dismay
right
of
here.
wealthy
He's like,
gourmands,
oh yes.
myself included.
I kinda like Lolorito, man.
Salt has ever
Don't,
been
he's a dirty potato. That's how they lure you in.
Is he evil as well? He is a merchant. He's probably gonna be evil.
He's a potato. Nothing else is required.
But Nanamo's a potato, and I love Nanamo. Just showed her face looking deadpan after I said that.
She can be the last to go on the purge.
Oh, I like Lullafell's. Just, you know, the merchant guild in this game is ruthless and messed up. Like,
Burn the wall.
I
And
wouldn't
more
have
franchise.
the restraint that my character, story-wise, as a Scion has.
White gold?
Like, you remember when, like, the Crystal Knights or whatever showed up? I would have just cut them all
The
down.
Lost bounty will
and
contribute
laughed.
to Amigos' enrichment, whilst
It's like we were fighting Ultimate Weapon.
Wolves
Are we afraid of some Crystal Knights, really? Because if these people can defeat us, were we really necessary to defeat Ultimate Weapon?
Yeah. Why aren't these people solving their own problems? Just, these measly fuckers can beat me.
It's extra dumb as well, because it's like, okay, you're going to attack the person that saved the world, you're on your own then next time. And that next time is going to be this expansion that just came out. GG.
Out. Gonna go to the Gold Sorcerer and blow my money.
Nanamo
Ooh,
is
Heather.
ready to move ahead with her plans, securing the
A voice
Saltery.
cutscene.
Yeah, he did not want me to choose the Saltery. After I said Alagiri, he acted really favorable to that response, so I was like, huh. The other one was another Ala place, so I was like, seems probably close to the other one. Saltery's probably further away, so... And then I clicked that, and he was like, ah, yes, our little desolate village. And I'm like, a desolate village where you hold no power? Sounds like a good spot.
Not
Oh, man. I do like that Lise has a personality now. What was
Yeah,
her,
but
what was her name again? A sister?
she was Ida.
Yeah. I think that was kind of sad. I feel like we should have Ida and Lise.
You can't. Ida's dead. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I know, but did she have to be? It seems like they just added that as a good excuse to then, like, change what Lise looked like. When they could
Oh,
have
100%.
where they could have just taken her hat off. Or, like, they could have actually killed Ida with Paplimo. Who I still think was such a waste of a death.
Nah, I reckon it was rather fitting because it was like he wasn't. I don't know. I felt like he wasn't getting used, so that was a nice way to like wrap him up and send him off.
I just feel like it should have been something
I think
to
Noel
do with...
Brenda to me is the biggest waste.
Oh yeah, that was a big waste as well. I just think Paplimo should have been probably used in that, you know, the Bahamut stuff with Alphanord's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Paplimo was like a student of that same dude.
But I feel like if you had him in there, it would have taken the emphasis off those two being the focal point.
Oh no, kill him on the way to unlocking it. That's what I mean. Like, because that way it would have been like...
Yeah. Okay, I see. Really, yeah, that's another way they could have done it. Agreed. Fair enough.
Because, like, he died from that dude who just wouldn't die that kept fucking absorbing the eyeballs and stuff, right?
What's his face? No, I was gonna say fucking not Einstein and not Halberd. Fucking
Yeah.
not Epstein.
You know the guy who had, like, the kind of actually really dark and gritty sort of death scenes, to be honest.
Yeah, I screenshot the ones when he ended up jumping off after he became Shinryu.
Yeah, I really wish I got to do that to him. Because he was a piece of trash. I hated that character. I really hated that character. It's just like, why won't this dickhead go away? I think that's what I really, like, love about Souls games. Like, if you're like, I hate this character, you can kill them and they're gone. You don't have to, but you can. Actually, they did kind of make it like a no-kill zone in the, what's it called? The Round Table?
Yeah, the Round Table and Elden Ring.
Yeah, they do that in the Nexus for, Demon Souls as well, and I didn't like that. I think you can still attack the people in the Nexus, though, but it's, like, less of a hostility zone. Whereas, like, in all the other Souls games, like, if somebody's chilling at Firelink Shrine and you're like, screw this a-hole, you can just kill him. Like that one dude in Dark Souls 1 who's like, blah blah blah, huh? He's just chilling there and then later on he invades you or something. I think he gives you the first blue stone or something. Like the... What are they called again? Covenants. Oh my god. You know what? It probably is about time for a new Dark Souls game.
Let's get Elden Ring and other stuff out the way first.
No, I mean Dark Souls 4.
Oh.
Like, yeah, it would be great to have Bloodborne 2 or whatever, but
Or even Bloodborne.
I think now that
One.
they've changed stuff up in Elden Ring, they'll probably make the next Dark Souls a lot more like Elden Ring, probably.
Oh god, just imagine an Elden Ring Bloodborne.
Ooh. Just the scale.
Just a full, like, open world, like, city, surrounding little areas, little hamlets, cathedrals.
What am I...
God, now
It wants me to observe a Yabby to determine its vulnerabilities. Do you remember doing this?
not really, no.
You pull out a little camera and zoom in on a Yabby, and it's like, observe it. It's just sitting there doing nothing.
I am now a toad.
Tracking mode? What?
Alfie Toad and Alley Toad are now accompanying you.
God. Alphinaud is such a little twink.
The feminist boy, if we ever saw one.
What? Alright, I've got a spyglass here for you. You can take a closer look at these paths. I've got their measure. You can tell me what to do, and we'll see how we get on. Search your surrounding for yabbies. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out, target a yabby, and inspect it with right click. Okay, but is that a yabby? What is it doing? I don't understand. It isn't doing anything. Learn more about the yabby. Alright. I'll just click on it, let it observe, and I'll look it up while it's doing that. Damn, dude, this sucks.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find an area while I'm a toad, while I have other toads following me.
I wonder how Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to handle all of that stuff where you get turned into a toad, all the toad song stuff. Hey, they haven't added enemy skill yet. What the hell?
Yeah, they did.
Did they? Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, but it's different, and they've added new attacks and stuff. I forgot about that. I forgot about that weird little dude that makes you do all the trials that gives you Shiva way too early. And Ifrit. And to be fair, gives you everything way too early. Try the underside of its head. Okay. Thank you, Reddit. Reddit's not dead yet.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone went on strike for all of 2 days.
Yabby's
like,
jaw. Yeah. That's because they wanted to be mods more than they wanted Reddit to be good. But now Reddit's got hackers destroying it, so and their demands are financial based.
Well.
To be honest, a few platforms dying would put the writing on the wall for a lot of platforms. Aim for the soft underside of the head. So, like, if Reddit was to die, and Twitter was to die, oh yeah, by the way, I redid our verification request on Hive today.
Oh, nice.
And, because they've brought out the update that has, verification now. Yeah, I kind of have more hopes for Hive, to be honest, because it's not predatory. and when you're not predatory,
Makes you want to be there.
yeah, and also like if they put ads every now and then in the feed of Hive, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't be the same as like Twitter, where it's like,
Yeah, just
so I have to
don't
see
drown them.
ads and be subjected to the frickin' conversations of dickheads that are verified that only have like 8 followers for a reason.
I did 70% of my feed. Ew.
I installed that block the blue thing yesterday, and it's just been kind of ticking away the whole time I was sleeping. But Twitter's not as annoying now, and my my analytics have gone up. So it's like, okay, what the hell? I kind of just want it to die, to be honest. Okay, so we gotta find weak points. What about the little ball thing? Nope. What about the eyes? Phobad's eyes. Man, I was real dumb. I was clicking all over that thing and I just couldn't figure it out. The Yabby, I mean. There's so many weird mechanics that it's just like thrown at you. I remember out of nowhere it's just like, wait, you can dive underwater now? Wait, you can do this? You can do that? Like, jeez. Wait, you can get airships? The only thing I think they could upgrade with the airship is if we could ride it. That would be cool. If we could use our FC airship to traverse Eorzea. That dude freaking wrecked that thing. It deflated like Squidward. Not easy fighting with the Liberator of Alamigo watching your every move, but I got the job done. I don't even know why I need this dude. Why aren't I killing all the stuff? Maybe I'm trying to train him to be a less crap fighter. Reminds me of Breath of Fire 3. I should probably go back to that at some point. A real pain in the ass for me is like I'm really pushing through Majora's Mask, man, but it is such a slog. I like the world, I like the characters, but I hate the gameplay. Like the battle system is fine and everything. It's the same as Ocarina of Time, but with the second stick, so that's all well and good. But the whole, hey, you've got 3 days to do stuff, and if you don't get every single thing done in this little quest line, it resets back to the beginning. Have fun doing it all over again with less money.
Oh,
Is just like, no, this is trash. I hate this. It's so freaking frustrating. I could probably make it easier for myself by not trying to fit as much in a day, but it's like, dude, it'll go for twice as long otherwise. I'm right near the end. When it's done, I'll never play it again. I still just can't believe that there's people out there that are like, Majora's Mask is the best Zelda, and it's like, cool that you grew up with it and really enjoyed it, and that you relate heavily to this world. But I did grow up with it, but I had Ocarina of Time, which didn't have all of this stupid freaking crap mechanics in it, so I'll go with that one, thanks. And also, I prefer Minish Cap to Wind Waker. Toon Link is an awesome little dude. He's got a super sassy face. I always forget that when I jump in the Regalia that it's gonna start playing that music.
Yeah, the music threw me off when I jumped in it last night. I was like, what?
They need to add more mounts that have custom music to them. I wouldn't have minded if Regalia had like a couple of music tracks you could click through like it was on the radio or something. That would have been cool. Man, I should really just put the effort in and play 15 again on Steam.
Yeah, if you got it on Steam, may as well. That's why I burned through it when it was on Game Pass before it left.
That's the thing about Game Pass, hey. Like, Game Pass is a great deal. You get games when they come out and you can play them for free, pretty much. Well, not for free, you're paying a subscription, but you get the access to the games the second they come out. Like, you're saving tons of money in that regard. But I don't want to play a game for a little bit and then them take it away because I was busy doing other stuff for a few weeks. And then I
Yeah,
have
it's
to
one of those
pay,
things
buy
you
it
have
anyway.
to be using it actively.
Yeah, so I'd just rather use Steam, to be honest. Like, it's a great system, and PlayStation should be doing the same thing, to be honest.
Well, they did with the whole PS Plus upgrade thing.
Yeah, except they haven't done that. Remember when they were like, oh yeah, we're going to make it so that you can play all these games from your PlayStation account on your PC? Yeah, that still hasn't happened. Like, are you playing Wild Arms 3 in HD on your PC? No, me neither. Exactly, and it's like, why not? Why not? There's no good reason. PS5 and PS4 both use x86 architecture, just like a Windows PC. There's no good reason. There's none. What's real bad is, like, you'll see, like, what is it? Last of Us? They released it on PC and it had all those crazy glitches.
Yeah, has it been fixed up yet?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it has, but... And if not, oof. But at the same time, it's like... Shouldn't this have just worked from the get-go? It shouldn't be hard to make it work on the same architecture. It's half-assed. And it's Naughty Dog half-assing it, so it's like, what the hell? You guys are, like, revered.
Yeah, it's probably in the age of them getting, we got a little lazy and greedy with, here, let's just release The Last of Us over and over again. It's worked for Skyrim.
They actually have done that. Because they released it on PS4, then they released it on PS5, and then they released it on PC.
There's a whole point, and they released it, then they remade it. Now they're re-releasing that.
Man, there's gonna be a lot of people really mad at the beginning of Season 2.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like in the show, they've at least made it out that nobody's completely good. Like, I feel like when you played the game, it was shocking to find out that Joel did a bunch of messed up stuff to people. But in the show, alongside highly lovable Pedro Pascal, they've also implied that, you know, he's done some stuff that he had to do to get by that involved the death of a lot of other people. So I feel like there'll be less confusion about why people do what they do to him. But they'll still be the same incels being like, meh, woman killed the daddy I wish I had, meh.
That'd be bad.
To be fair, he's not a daddy, he's a baby girl. when baby girl is a 43-year-old man. That was such a good meme. I do love Pedro Pascal. Actually, did you watch that last season of Mandalorian?
I didn't watch any Mandalorian.
Oh, really? Man.
I am so bad with not watching things these days.
I was pretty ho-hum on a lot of Star Wars. I've still kept up with it, but I watched Boba Fett and all of that sort of stuff. And there's plenty of critiques that I could give you. But that last season of Mandalorian, we went to put it on. We had the whole season. We were going to binge it at once. And I paused it, and I was like, I want this, 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 and this to happen. And if that happens in the season, I'm happy. And they did like half of it in the first episode, and then the rest of it in the next 2 or 3. And I was like, well, everything else is icing now. Good season. Great season. It's been a while since it's been out. I could probably spoil some stuff. Basically, let's just say Mandalore's back up and running.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And the Darksaber is no more.
Oh.
And the Mandalorians are united as one. So you know how that would be like the ones that are all like, this is the way, and they always wear their helmets no matter what.
Yeah.
They've teamed up with the people that are like, I'm not wearing my fucking helmet.
Oh, well.
So like Mandalore is united and stuff. And that's just like a subplot to all of the stuff that happens, which I won't talk about for the people that haven't actually watched it yet. But like, that overarching thing. It's the same with like the MCU. Like for me, when I go and watch a Marvel movie, it's not even necessarily about the story I'm watching. It's about the overarching implications for the universe itself. I'm there to watch for story beats. So like, a bunch of people hated Thor 4, and they have fair critiques. But I was there to tick off a checklist of things to happen. And it was like, yep, awesome. For me, it was like, okay, that's the best version of Jane Foster Thor, period. And I don't particularly like Natalie Portman as Jane Foster, based on her bitchy comments about it. You know how like actors act like they're too good for superhero movies, sort of deal, but then still take the money and then act them. Yeah, very much
the
that.
whole anti-MCU sentiment I just find extremely fucking annoying.
Yeah, I'm over it. It's like, okay, you don't want to watch
And
the
it didn't help
MCU,
when
don't.
fucking Scorsese decided to shit over it as well, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we've got a valid reason now. Scorsese said so."
That just made me like Martin Scorsese less, because you know what's way more boring than the MCU is fucking mafia movies, because it's not the 1940s anymore. Cunts. Whoops. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to edit that out.
It's like him, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Aniston.
I'll leave it in. We're probably gonna get demonetized though. Maybe
As
I
a video-
can. Maybe I can mute it. C word is not allowed on YouTube anymore.
That's just racist.
It's not fair, man. Like, that's our Australian heritage. It's our birthright to say that. Americans are allowed to bear arms. We're allowed to say the C-bomb.
Not our fault you fucks us off.
And also, you'll hear, like, the sweetest mums, like, that are super nice and stuff. And they'll still say it. It's just a what? Oh my god, dress up Reborn? A minion? Oh my god, yes, a Reborn minion. Give me that Reborn minion. Sorry, little scrappy dude, you're getting replaced. Mayhaps even the enthralled can learn to compromise. Man, why do they have to talk like fuckheads? Mayhap. Round up comrades, sent them to Alamegan Quarter.
Playing Dragon's Dogma like that, everyone talks like that. For God.
Oh, God. It's like, everybody being like, ye do blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I get that you're trying to get into the theme and everything, but it feels like playing a Dragon's Quest game where they're literally writing people's accents. Have you ever played a Dragon Quest game when there's a French character?
Played a few Dragon Quests, but I guess they're all the modern ones.
Like,
Oh, well, yeah.
they'll be like, a Z blah blah. They'll just literally write what it sounds like they're saying.
Yes, as soon as you but it literally happens in Dragon Quest XI when you go to the mini medal.
Oh,
College.
yes.
They're all French girls. Or the mistress is French or something.
You know what's weird?
Oh, not the headmistress, head teacher or something.
You know how, like,
Headmaster.
certain people like certain accents and stuff?
Yeah.
I don't really like the French accent necessarily coming from dudes. Don't get me wrong, I'm not, like, against it or anything. Like, who's the dude from The Boys, the French dude? I freaking love him. He's, like, one of my favorite characters. But, like...
Frenchie.
But, yeah. Oh, my God. That's actually his name. Fuck. But
Yeah.
aside from that, French chicks is like, oh, hey.
Nah, French chicks unfortunately got ruined by a mutual acquaintance of ours.
Well, there's always Russian chicks.
Yep. Yes, there is.
German chicks sound a bit scary to me, especially when they yell. Just sounds so very way angrier than normal.
And as they start, yelling moans of pleasure, it's like, oh god, do I still have consent?
Oh god. It's also like I feel like it's just like a switch, because like German women like angrily yelling and Russian men angrily yelling have that same sort of vibe, but like Russian women and German men, like, you know how German men are all like, Sie kaplakabi. No, they'll be like, oh, would you like to touch my strudel? They just sound like, there's the obvious, like, historical Nazi crap. I don't really, like, play that stuff because, people these days aren't like that. But it is also very much, you know what it is, I realize it's because we grew up with The Simpsons and like Uda. Don't make me run, I'm full of chocolate. It just made them seem kind of charming, you know? Plus, like, we have Oktoberfest here in Australia as well, and it's awesome. We should go this year.
Oh man, that means drinking booze.
Or I might not
God.
drink as much booze, but the food there is amazing. And like here in Australia, it's not even so much like a nationality thing. It's just like because you can be any nationality, and if you're an Australian, you're still an Australian. So it's more of just like a festival where a bunch of different kinds of people show up, and it's like awesome. I love that. I forgot about the snake people. Hey, like they did just show up before. Who's this little dude? There's like a little weird owl man that has like white and red fur, and he's got strange little ears. Are they supposed to be those, that race from, Final Fantasy Tactics?
Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta.
I'm drawing a blank on it at the moment.
You've come from every corner of Girabania.
He kind of looks like a little bunny man, except like his face is like a rabbit, and he's short. And he's all wrapped up, and he has some sort of weird weapon on his back.
He's not over here.
Oh wait, I can just pull out my phone and send it to you. Should have done that all along.
It was that empty throne.
Should have done that with the other thing, but we'll have to wait till the end of the episode for that. Oh god. Did that thing where your phone's already facing you. It's like, oh, I don't want to see me, Jesus.
Oh yeah. Every time I have to open Snapchat and message someone.
Oh man, he was only up for a second, but I got him. Look at that thing. What is it? What does it mean? Oh, he's one of those dudes because he's always been looking front on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those little long-snooted dudes that you can
From
get a
the
minion
Beast Tribe.
of. Yeah. Cool. Oh, so they're actually involving Beast Tribe stuff in the... Oh, that's awesome. Well, I should have noticed really because they got the snake people here. I have done next to zero Beast Tribe stuff. Is that going to be what I min-max next? It is.
Oh god. Next rabbit hole.
Oh god, why? You know, it's kind of good that we had a break, because I was getting real sick of Alphino's bullshit, and it's kind of pleasant to see him again.
Now it's mildly tolerable again.
Well, it's not that I disliked him, it's just that you would always talk to him about everything, and it's like, there's like 12 other characters, guys. Like, does every quest have to begin and end with Alphino? What about,
He's
what about his sister?
Captain Exposition Dump.
Really though, like, it's not even like a joke. That's an observation.
That is fact. It is known.
I do like this snake person. They've got a good design. The whole Egyptian theme. I'm digging it. I can't remember what those dudes are called. I feel like it starts with a Q. Quirrell. No. That's a character from Hollow Knight. The Ananta. That's the snake people.
You shall all worship Sri Lakshmi.
Oh. She's talking shit about I forgot her name. Lady of Bliss. Lakshmi.
Oh, Lakshmi.
I'm not gonna worship your crappy primal. I killed it. I'll
I
kill it
know.
again.
I know exactly where you're up to now.
Are we gonna fight Lakshmi?
You're gonna be fighting some things.
Well, they're gonna be real disappointed because this probably isn't gonna level sync.
This can't be happening. No crystals were allowed through the door.
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now.
Evacuate them? Stick my giant Dark Knight sword through the back of the person summoning it. Problem solved.
Lead them in two.
This Arvenbold dude or whatever is kind of growing on me.
Yeah, keep that in mind.
Oh my god, yes! Reborn did exactly what I just said needed to happen. He cut that chick down. Yes. Oh, that's sad, because that character had a good design. But I guess
Oh,
you just...
alright. The worst part is our involved won't die.
Good. Wait,
It's a fate.
you were about to say a fate worse than death.
I wouldn't say. I was thinking in my words. I was like, ooh, maybe that was a bit too harsh. He gets crippled,
That is what probably worse than death.
so he has to feel
Depending.
like, oh, I have to retire from adventuring now.
That sucks, man. But when you're a main character in 14, you know something horrible's gonna happen to you at some point. Who knows? He could come back with metal legs later.
Oh my god. Yes.
Does he actually lose them? Oh, Alphino's got a white carbuncle.
Yeah, he gets an upgrade.
I'm a freaking. Where's my white carbuncle? I've got
Yeah.
Bahamut and freaking Phoenix now.
Because it eventually becomes an obsidian carbuncle.
Ooh, I need it. Want it. Must have it. That's alright. You guys defend the guests, and I will solo the primal. You pussies. Now get out of here.
Alright, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
You know what? It's very true. Reborn is just my favorite. I love that dude. He's got a great design and a great personality. I
Even
really...
with one arm, they can't keep him down.
Yeah, it was real... That really pissed me off that they took his arm like that, because it was like... It was a situation where I don't think he should have lost it, because that guy that took it wasn't that good. I feel like he should have crushed him, and all of his friends. Wasn't it like the Crystal Knights that did it?
Yeah, fucking old mate who ended up becoming Shinryu.
Yeah, and those guys were pussies, which is why that guy pissed me off so much, because he wasn't good. He wasn't that strong. Use the duty action deflect to dissipate the ether sphere. Oh god. Oh, and it's gonna level sync me. Unable to commence duty as a disciple of the land or hand while in a party.
Alright, you're in a party, there you go.
Oh, right. I was like, but I'm a Dark Knight. I'm not a...
I'm not a farmer, what are you on about?
Yeah, damn right.
I'm what happens when a farmer gets angry.
Even with level sync, I would still have all the boost from my gear. Oh, there it is. Wow, Reborn and Alphino have little heads come up when they talk now.
Oh, they backdated that, hey? I
Whoa.
noticed that was happening with the Endwalker stuff, but I didn't realize, yeah, that they... That's cool.
What the heck? Man, they have a... Oh my god, there's R involved! He's got his own little talking head too, that's cool.
Oh wow, he's officially important.
What is with this music? This is like a movie soundtrack.
Yes, I can go on hard.
Do not your mortal bodies tire? Oh god. Oh no, she's actually released a bunch of these things. Ah!
Quickly, darkness, cover him in darkness.
What is her whole thing? Is she like water-based?
Wind? Or earth, I thought.
Lakshmi. She would work for Captain Hook.
I
Ha.
shall free you from your hate.
Captain Hook would try to sleep with her.
He would. Probably succeed too. Until he heard the ticking in her belly.
No.
Because she's a snake. That's close to a crocodile, right? Oh, I guess that fight's over. I was fine to just kill her, though. That soundtrack, though, man. They might as well have had like 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Colton on there, or whatever it is. I forget what her name is. I watched White Chicks again the other day. It was a good time. Oh, she went and got $4. Nice.
Oh.
What were you saying? You're not gonna lie.
That was on my mind recently. White Chicks. Like, oh, I remember that movie.
You know what's weird? I remember it being way more awkward. It was just funny this time. Like, I think it holds up better than it did when it came out. Just
really?
because
I figured in real life, it really wouldn't.
I feel like it's because of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Terry Crews being like more mainstream, I think. I don't like how it looks like these things are going to explode on me. She go? Oh god! The NPCs are getting messed up by snake people. I didn't even know. Ah! There we go. They're dead. Oh crap!
There.
Lakshmi appeared amongst the people I'm trying to save. That's not good. Gonna do anything? Oh, what the hell? Oh, Lisa's gonna finish her.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? I want to stop pretend I'm a real person again for a few seconds.
Imagine like an Elden Ring world, but with all the Final Fantasy XIV characters in it.
Oh wow, that'd be hackers.
I feel like the way that 16's looking, it's kind of headed in the hack and slash direction, and it kind of seems like an inevitability to go the action adventure Souls formula eventually. I feel like the reason that the Souls formula works so well is because it's just so active-based. You have so much control over your character. You feel powerful when you destroy stuff. Like, it's not like pressing an option in the... It's not like using Firaga. Like, you're sitting there dodging attacks while you're trying to get it off sort of thing. And it just feels like so much more involved. I definitely feel like that's why Zelda kind of went that way.
Does Zelda have, like, I guess the Elden Ring-esque difficulty, or does it kind of taper down rather quickly?
I have died more in Breath of the Wild alone than all of every Souls game I've ever played.
Oh damn, okay.
If you go... Oh god, oh god. Oh man, that was close. If you start Breath of the Wild, right? The first one, not Tears of the Kingdom. If you go the wrong direction, you're gonna get shot by an ancient mobile cannon from 3 kilometers away that'll instant kill you. If you go another direction, a lizard dude will shoot you with a lightning arrow that takes 7 hearts. You have 3. Like, it is pretty brutal starting off. But once you get like to the midway point, much like Souls games, you're like, okay, I can handle myself now. Drain, soul, plunge, use blood weapon, blood of darkness, edge of darkness, blood of darkness, edge of darkness, blood spell, quietness, and then delirium. I love being a Dark Knight, man.
You say that now while you're questing.
she's got some health on her. Oh my god, I haven't had grit on this whole battle. I guess it does turn it off eventually. Yikes. It was probably the level sync that did it. Honestly, like, the big break is probably going to be good for Grim as well when he starts playing, because, like, he went hard into crafting and all this other stuff. Probably burned himself out super hard, but then coming back and realizing he's super strong. Oh, did you find some new stuff, did you?
Scion is getting possessed by high level.
Oh. I like how vague you were about that. A Scion.
Figured I can't give you everything directly on a platter.
Well, I know that somebody is already kind of like embodying.
No, someone different.
Is it somebody that was once embodied by a bad guy who sucked?
No.
Well, that narrows it down. Is it Nanamo? Oh wait, you said
No.
Scion. Yuri Anjay?
No.
Is it Alphinaud?
No.
Is it his sister?
No.
Alright, I'll stop asking questions. Although I'm pretty sure that narrowed it down completely.
It does narrow it down rather than well, yes.
Here it comes.
I wonder what Lise said to Fordola to get her to come.
Stop being a little bitch.
It's probably like, look, if you want to
I will
redeem
punch you
yourself
again in the
ever,
face.
now's your moment.
Something to that effect, but I like to think she'd just go, I'm gonna punch you in the face again. If you don't get up and stop being a little bitch.
Man, Lakshmi sucks. I feel like the other primals are just kind of like, they're kind of beast-like, but Lakshmi isn't. She's just an asshole.
We did it! We beat her!
Are involved. We did it! We beat her! And I'm like, yeah, for the second time.
Yeah, for him, it's like his first big thing he's done. He's feeling like a hero.
Uh-oh. Flashback time.
I bet that we should wrap this up soon too.
Oh, yeah. We've got 3 more minutes. It's in the cutscene at the moment.
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, it's showing her showing up with her sword. Man, she uses a shamshir? That's what they're called, aren't they? Those cutlasses that are big at the end.
Yeah,
I'm only
because
gonna say this
what you call it,
once.
scimitars just stay thin or not as big.
The Ananta just
I've always
summoned
called them
their primal into
scimitars
the
as
throne
well,
room.
but I'm
My
pretty sure they're
friends are fighting her,
scimitars.
but they need help.
Scimitar sounds better. Kind of like
They
what's
need
that other?
someone
What's
with
that?
the echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't.
Kukri?
Oh yeah,
I just called it like a cockery.
kukri? Yeah.
I told you before that you still had time.
But then the word
things have
cuck
changed.
became prevalent, and I was
need
like,
your
yeah,
answer now.
kukris.
Kukri!
You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Alamigo. Your choice.
I guess Fordola needed her redemption arc. Man, I wonder how close to the end of Stormblood I am. Can you even remember what happens at the end of Stormblood's post game?
I feel like you are in the interlude between Stormblood and Shadow.
Oh yeah, I am. I have been this whole time. But we got a few hours into it. So I don't know how much more could be after this.
That easier.
Let's have a look.
It's her, the butcher.
The Yabby mission is 4.1. Never mind. Oh my god, I thought I was up to like 4.3 or 4. Never mind. Oh my god. Is the post game for Stormblood long? You don't have to answer. I know the answer. It's yes.
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
Man, $4 is a complicated person.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive.
Who's this Ragenford dude? You don't speak for me, dude. Piss off. I like $4 more than you.
Thank you. For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
Never mind. He decided to not be a dick after all. He was just like, I'm not gonna forgive you. And then she was nearly too far away. He was like, well, thank you, though. That is some Tales game bullshit. Tales of game bullshit.
Eh.
Where the power of friendship always wins.
Right. Even in Vesperia, at the end, it's like, oh, we can do it by ourselves, and then they can't, and then it's like, Duke with the power of friendship.
They need to release Tales of Grace's F on Steam so badly, man. I think that one's my favorite Tales game. It used to be Symphonia. But Grace's F was just... The post-game was so good, man. It was so good. Like, the post-game was, like, really long as well. Like, really long. That's what the F is for, because the original game didn't have any of it.
Okay.
So, without saying too much, because I'm pretty sure you can't even play the original without the F part anymore, like, the last boss, which turns out to be, like, the mid-game boss, if you include the post-game, gets locked into your eye. You lock him away in your own eye, and just use his power, and try and make them learn to not be a piece of shit. And you kind of do.
No.
I was real vague about that, but yeah, it's like at the very end of the game, it has like a huge time skip as well, so you see what happened after, and you don't really get that in a lot of Tales games. They don't do the whole, this is what happened after you finish the game, everybody's having their own life. It's always like a, oh man, we beat the last boss, that was hard. Anyway, credits.
Yeah, everyone's off to do their separate thing, the end.
Oh man, Vesperia. They released that on Steam, didn't they?
Yes, I've got it.
I'm pretty sure I bought it as well. I should really play that. You know what? I'm real down for a Tales game in the near future. It's been too long. And that new one, Tales of Arise, doesn't look like an itch scratcher. It looks like a Tales-ish game.
Yeah.
It looks like if Neo claimed to be Sekiro 2. It would be like, it's not quite it's not quite a Souls game, but...
Well, I think I read something where it was originally made, like, and it wasn't a Tales game, and then they've kind of crowbarred it into the Tales, like, series.
They shouldn't have done that.
Which makes sense, like, when I went, yeah.
The dumbest thing about that is because all Tales games are part of a storyline to a degree. Like Tales of Symphonia is the 1,000-year prequel to Tales of Fantasia on Super Nintendo in the exact same world,
Oh,
and they like touch on each other. Like the stuff that you see in Symphonia is like the 3D version of the old sprites on Super Nintendo sort of thing. And they mention characters and places and things that happen. And then Symphonia had a sequel as well, which was Wii exclusive. And they're just never going to release it ever again. And it was pretty decent. But they kind of did the whole Final Fantasy XIII 2 thing, where like half of your team is monsters you collect. Which would sound really lame if it wasn't like Digimon and you could evolve them 8 times. So I just had some crazy Chaos Dragon on my team. Probably had a couple of them. You could get like giant creatures on your team, which was super cool. And also the character designs for the sequel were just really good too. I've really got to remove this headdress off my character because it's really making it so it clips through my hair. Man, they are taking ages. Actually, I should expect that. It's Final Fantasy XIV.
Your Grace, there was no word.
Rabon Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
Reborn is dismissed as a general.
But, Your Grace...
Rabon, I am no longer a child.
Are you still in
Stay here
cutscenes?
your homeland. Work
Yep.
with your brethren.
She just
Rebuild
dismissed
Alamigo.
Reborn as a general. And was like, I'm not a
Oh,
child.
yeah.
You desire to stand alone.
But it's like I think she has to let him
I
go.
understand, but
It's
remember
time.
what happened.
Time for him to become a scion?
I remember
Unfortunately,
full well
no.
the consequences
Damn.
of my naivety.
He
He
doesn't.
starts running Alamigo.
As, like,
the head.
Oh, so he becomes a king?
Well, like, yeah, they're
A most
They're not-
trusted advice.
yeah, they're leader, de
what
facto
of me?
leader, basically.
Am I no longer deserving of
That's
your
awesome.
confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar?
Man, she's got
I'm
his
being
number.
interrogated by the forum
Ugh.
and the twins' daddy.
Oof.
Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
Swords. It's only one sword now, Reborn, but it was swords you
And
pledged,
it has served me well.
not sword.
But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as
Oh,
sharp and
I
deadly
love
as
when
the
he hands
blade
his
you
other sword to
bequeathed
his
him.
kid, the potato.
Oh my
I will
god,
show you
Pippin
Have
is...
his
honest
sword,
can wield
and then ends up
every
being like a
weapon at her
two-hander on it because
disposal,
it's so big.
including
Pippin
your
is
regret
gonna
of your
be
murderous
her new
failures.
knight, her general. That's awesome. And Reborn becomes his own leader. That's cool. I dig that. That's fine.
So follow your heart.
Potatoes are uniting, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
You are home. You are free.
They would want to develop it a bit further than that for me to think it's probably really good. Like, I want King Reborn because that'd be sweet. And also give him a robot arm.
Yeah, Magitech arm.
And put a rocket launcher in it. Turn him into, like, Barrett, but a Barrett that can put a hand over the end of the cannon. Like Guts from Berserk.
Smile for me, Rabon. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Give him interchangeable arms.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Uldar.
Aw, this is really
Tomorrow
sad.
you will serve Alamigo.
Alright,
and
something
that
just
for
use the
good
force to
of
choke
all
someone.
Eorzea. Am I understood?
Every now and then, when Nanamo's, like, reprimanding
Yes,
him,
Your Grace.
I imagine him just kicking her off a giant wall, you know, like just this tiny little person going. Because he could literally just get up and just be like, huh! And kick a goal from across the entire field, sort of deal. She is tiny. She sure does like to wave that frickin' finger around. Oh my god, finally, jeez. Alright. I think I can hand in this quest and we can finally end it. Oh no. Everybody's patting themselves on the back. This is why I thought that I might be actually fairly through the post game. Because everybody's like patting themselves on the back like the battle's over. The end of 1.1. I mean 4.1. Oof.
Yeah. You're still paddling in the sea, bro.
Man.
The warrior of light has put far better men than me in the shade.
Ooh, I like my character's new earring. That looks cool.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem
Oh, speaking of Arenvald, he just showed up in a flashback.
Who did?
Arenvald.
Ooh.
She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden.
You know, it's like a very amusing thing to me every single time I see it. It's like they will have a character that is built like a brick shit house, right? Like, you know those grey dudes from Limsa? I can't remember what the race is called, but like, you know how they're like really wide, staunch, and just muscly as shit? They'll have somebody like that, but then they'll put like a freaking like 2000s emo haircut on them.
Yeah.
And it'll be like they'll be looking real angry and stern and serious, but have like the most like like carefully styled hair ever. And it's just like, come on, man, like your hair looks good, but like you look like someone's dad. Oh man. I really feel like Nanamo could have been a bit nicer to Reborn about this. Express the importance of him becoming a leader and them having an alliance instead of having their little "I can't trust you" moment. Although I'm sure over time the story will pick that up.
My father's duties. And may I say that Tizona
Wait a second.
never felt heavier upon my
I know you just said this before and I thought it at the time, but I forgot to bring it up. Pippin is Reborn's son, like adopted probably, but his son?
Yeah, adopted son.
That's awesome. I remember him giving him the sword and thinking that was hilarious, but
Mayhap one of my old acquaintances
that's
can
awesome.
introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Oh! Pippin! You'd be hard-pressed to find a merchant group that wouldn't snap your hand off. I mean your remaining one.
Oh.
And then Nanamo loses her shit. Oh my god, that's harsh. It's like, oh, let's all make fun of Reborn, the cripple. What'd you say?
I'll take my sword back, boy. I'll just put it in my mouth instead. I saw a cartoon on it recently. I feel like I can get away with it.
They should have like just tied the base of like the handle of his sword to his stump so he could just flick it around.
That seems to be the way of it.
He'd still be dual wielding then. It'd just be very all over the place.
If he says, welcome
Or they
home,
could have just, you
Alba.
know, given him a railgun for an arm. Had it mounted on his shoulder like Metal Gear. Of all the people in the game, Reborn is probably one of the few that would actually be able to stay standing with that equipped. I really like his gear. That looks like such great warrior gear.
Though you seem distinctly unsurprised. Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or
My character's fucking sassy, man. Alphina's like, you don't seem surprised. And there's just like this knowing look.
the homecoming of her
her dearest son.
I can't imagine what all of the cutscenes were like playing from your perspective, being like a big, staunch freaking Ronzo dude. Like the comedic moments where they look over you and you're just like, I could kill you all.
Like try and act like a teddy bear. Big bit like smile and it just looks terrible.
Oh my god.
Like when Kamari tries to smile and it's just like, oh god, that's terrifying. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, I guess here would be a good place to end it at the return of the bull completed.
Well, there we go. Another episode done and dusted. I have no fancy intro, just be more of MSQ in the next episode. If you like what you've seen, like, comment, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and until the next episode of Final Fantasy XIV, I am Ark. Shade is also with me. There is still no Grim for the time being. And you're on DudeGoBack. Peace.